guys. Yes, sir. Finish back. Target. Oh, backwards. And back.
And we are back. Game 2, Day 2, F-League 2025 here at Mount Evelyn Futsal Stadium. We will see Moreland up against Northern Pheonix. Oscar Bryant wearing the captain's armband for Pheonix today. And I think I saw Kevin Dos Santos with the armband for Moreland. Yes, he does. Strong side for Moreland. Developing side for Northern Pheonix. I am Gnomes. I'm joined by Ahmed. Ahmed, thanks for joining me today.
No worries, Gnomes. I'm very excited to see how this one goes. Moreland, a formidable team. Obviously, last year they were the finalists for the F-League. This time around, we will see how they go. For me, personally, I think Northern Pheonix are going to be in quite a lot of trouble. Currently, they don't have a bench, and you can see that aggressive start from Moreland. And I imagine that they are going to be high-pressing, a very, very strong starting four. I'm a huge Fan of Ite Ibrahim, if I've pronounced that one right.
Ite Ibrahim, yes.
And that man there, Enrique, one of my favourite players.
Yeah, I rate him too. He won't be happy with himself for missing that, I don't think.
Very, very good chance early on. You can see that high press. Clever feet, though.
Disappointing to see the coach from Northern Pheonix has already been and asked Moreland to play nicely with them today and then beckoned to one of the girls' players to take the bench so he could go over to the other side and have a chat.
Yeah, if I'm Moreland, like I was saying in the last game, this is a league. I'm thinking about the goal difference. I'm thinking about making a statement.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree because obviously tomorrow afternoon they're going to play Fitzroy, which would be, you would think that'll be a very tight match. So they're getting an opportunity to play against a squad that is short on numbers, so be looking to fatigue them and put some goals away. I think that's what Moreland will be thinking there.
Starting off with that beautiful 4-0 rotation. They've got that target rotating well. Playing it wide. Play it down early. Not a good start.
Isho taking one to the ear. Considering he plays goalkeeper quite often, I think he should be okay. Shake that off.
A little bit of sportsmanship there from Adam Cooper. Checking on him.
Clearance there from in the box. Oscar Bryant clearing that out. Isho shaking it off. He's fine.
Enrique happy to take the isolated one-on-one. Cutting inside, and you cannot let him cut in on his left foot. Wide now, it's Adam Cooper. Clever ball down the line. No runners, however. Oh, never mind, and it's 1-0 early.
Tap in Mubasha, young player picked up by Moreland.
And it's an early start, and I really anticipate this game continuing this pattern. I do see this one personally being a blowout, Gnomes. Northern Pheonix are not looking prepared one bit. I think this is a very large court. We saw in the last game with the Northern Pheonix women's how fatigue set in and they conceded lots of late goals. I think if Moreland can establish a lead early, I really think that this could be a very, very large score.
A great flick over the top by Oscar Bryant.
Clever touch.
That's very nice. I tell you, Oscar Bryant, a prodigy from the Fitzroy Youth Academy.
Great ball.
Oh, looking for another tap in. Let's go through the team list. From the back, we have... I wasn't sure what's going on over the other side there. Christos Apostolakis, number 1 for Moreland, coming out. Oh, rapid substitution. Adam Cooper off. Kevin Dos Santos, KDS on the pitch. Arte Ibrahim, Mubasha.
That's smart, in my opinion, from the Moreland coach. They do have a second game. I think making those quick substitutions gives your player a rest.
Absolutely.
Keeps that intensity. And of course, futsal, we have got as many subs as we want. I would really like to see those quick, fast substitutions. Player wide will receive, isolated one-on-ones, got the ball down line, chooses to cut in.
I was going to do the team list for Moreland, but they just changed so fast. I'll start again. Christos Apostolakis, Miggy in the back. Enrique Pimenta off.
Another change
Lucas
there.
Casson on the pitch. Arte Ibrahim still out there. Kevin Dos Santos. Did I say Miggy? We did. Yep. Okay, we've gone through them. At the other end, we have from the back. I don't know who is in the box.
Oh, nearly fighting. And Moreland really...
Oh, sorry, it's Chris in the box. Sorry, I couldn't see get my head around the corner there. Chris in the box. At the back, we have Yusuf. Down the side, obviously, Oscar Bryant. Bit of a fan fave. Rehan, the number 6, and Isho pulling up the number 9. Isho quite often a goalkeeper as well. 2 goalkeepers in this squad. Moreland playing with a big bench, so everyone will be well rested today. Keen to get just some time on the pitch before they face up against Fitzroy this afternoon. Christos Apostolakis having to run to the sideline to clear that out. Miggy cleared it again. Wasn't his plan, Arte Ibrahim saying, can you play it higher? I'm on the way.
Moreland still looking a little bit complacent, in my opinion.
It's very early.
Yeah, it is a very early game, 10:23 the time currently, and I think the players still not necessarily warming up physically, but mentally. Like you mentioned earlier, they were smashing some coffees. Calls from Arte to settle.
He's a very good pivot, isn't he? Great target player.
I think he's a phenomenal target and a phenomenal fixo. And for me, I think having the players who can transition, he's such a great defender
Absolutely,
as well.
utility play.
And look at that ball to the back post.
Oh, my days.
Does need to be low, and he does apologise there, but that's definitely the right intent.
I was hoping Miggy was taller. If Miggy was the same height as Arte, I think he could have just chested that in. Did find his chest, to be fair. Gave him a bit of a fright. The power in that.
Now, Kevin Dos Santos, a phenomenal dribbler, isolated one-on-one, beating him on pace, laying it off.
Oh, Arte set that up, but Lucas Casson didn't get it.
Already, Northern Pheonix
I just got my first touch in, to be fair.
Lacking that second cover, which I think Moreland will begin to exploit as the game progresses.
New hair from Kevin Dos Santos. I quite like it.
I do. I'm a big fan of the blonde. The Brazilians do tend to pull it off much better than the Australians. Here he is again with another isolated one-on-one, cutting inside, getting his shot off.
Oh, blocked there by Isho. The first of the age groups for the state team training is finished, and the new team's about to start.
And Moreland now calls for them to keep the ball in the attacking half. And it's high press. It's exhausting to defend against as well. You don't get any time to breathe. And whilst they're making those quick subs, I think we really will see fatigue really start to sit in. They're driving at it, very fast-paced. Clever ball.
Giving a couple of young players a run here this weekend, which is fantastic. Smart substitutions.
Important to note here, all the starting 4 who started have now all come off for a rest.
Whereas we are only, not even 8 minutes in, and we've already had 2 or 3 rounds of substitutions.
Smart subs, very well managed. Kevin Dos Santos, now they've got the cover a little bit more organised from Northern Pheonix.
Milton does a great job of coaching at Moreland with the absence of D-Man, that's for sure.
Clever, Enrique.
Ricky.
And there it is, a clever ball from Adam Cooper. A little bit of fortune there with the finish. Does go through the legs. I think it did take a slight deflection, but it doesn't matter how they go in. It matters that they do go in. Moreland up now 2-0 early, and Northern Pheonix looking really defeated early. And like I keep saying, I do think that this could get pretty one-sided. The press, once again, it's high, forcing that back pass to the goalkeeper. Taking the time. Very slow count, in my opinion, there. Moreland looking very comfortable.
A sly smile from Adam Cooper there. Only good futsal things can happen when you see a sly smile from Adam Cooper.
Very rare sight. Good ball there, Enrique. Finding that one-on-one. Adam Cooper unleashes, and he's known for that, a cracking strike. He's got phenomenal shots, and he's both feet as well, which is very important. Happy take on his left, right, which is something that's so important.
Just letting the referees know that the goals were off the line, which I think he believes may have been why he missed it. Oh, I'm not sure if Moreland have a fining system, but you would think that would be a cut in pay for Enrique Pimenta for...
Great ball. Enrique caught out there, but no runners.
Oscar Bryant tapped that back for what should have been just a knock in, but no one there. Very disappointing for him. He's trying hard to lead this team, young Oscar. He's only young.
Adam Cooper establishing himself early.
Plenty of experience, Adam Cooper, hasn't he?
Great cut in there. Could be an opportunity. 1-on-1. Oh, and it's
my
just
God.
wide. That was a great bit of play. Huge opportunity there for Northern Phoenix. Very unfortunate. Got the better of Enrique down the line. Not something that you see every day. Now resetting. Kevin Dos Santos goes wide to Adam Cooper.
They want to play a lot in the top half here, Moreland. Preparing themselves, going through some movements.
Great ball, and that diagonal ball. Enrique and Adam Cooper, we saw that second goal come from that diagonal. Now looking to reverse the roles. It was Enrique playing it, just a little bit too far in front. But with the 4-0 system that they're playing, that diagonal check run, no call for the push there. Could be questionable, but with that 4-0 system, I think it's so important to be having those players making that breaking run and looking to receive. I think I see a lot of players making that diagonal run and not looking back. Lovely bit of checks coming in now. Again, that diagonal ball.
Putting it away, Adam Cooper's they're hungry here, Moreland. They think you're right, as we discussed earlier, they're looking to capitalise on goals here, taking advantage of the fact that there is absolutely no bench for Northern Phoenix here this morning.
I think as they warm up, I do think it's that they will get a little bit more creative. Kevin Dos Santos, no cover. I'm sure he's going to take him. Showing off beautiful feet. Clever ball.
Mubasha.
Wants it back. He does get it back. Important tackle.
Oscar Bryant just in there. He's not giving up. He's got some fight in him, young Oscar.
Ball wide, Enrique. I'm sure he's going to be wanting to take the line. He does so. Clever nutmeg.
Hits the meg.
Kevin Dos Santos. Enrique unleashes.
Oi, good save, Chris.
And it's all Moreland in the establishing first quarter.
Kevin
10 minutes
off.
down.
Ate Ibrahim on.
Game with a diagonal ball. They've got runners. And there,
There
it
it
is.
is.
It's a clever goal.
Textbook stuff. Layback, Ate. Great pivot movement. Adam Cooper with the finish straight in.
Interesting. We saw again with that first goal, the opposite player making that run, which I think is really throwing Northern Phoenix off. Normally you have the player who's making the pass, making the run, but we saw that Enrique playing the ball, choosing to stay, and Adam Cooper being the player who made the run. Clever little switch there.
Yeah, showing the depth of capacity for these Moreland players here.
Isolated one-on-one again. It's Enrique cutting inside. A little bit of miscommunication there.
Mubasha just overran it.
I don't think there was any need to really step up. Timeout called. It's Northern Phoenix calling a timeout, and I'm sure, in my opinion, that this is to give them a little bit of a rest, as well as maybe make some tactical adjustments. A little bit clever, I think, as well.
Yeah, maybe they heard us after the last game.
I think so. We did see perhaps a lack of desire to give players that little bit of rest. Players looking quite exhausted early. Moreland looking very, very comfortable now. Looks like now they're going to begin to wake up, and I think that this timeout will probably, we will see Moreland come out with quite an aggressive high press once again, which has been the pattern of this match.
Absolutely. 8 minutes to go. Let's see what they come back with in a minute and a half. Don't go anywhere. And we are back straight after the timeout. Here we are. Northern Pheonix with the restart from the side.
Very high line from Moreland.
Christos calling a reset. Former Futsalroo himself, Christos Apostolakis. Adam Cooper, Futsalroo. Ate Ibrahim did play against the Solomon Islands with the Futsalroos this year. I would like to see him more often in a Futsalroos jersey. It's unfortunate they don't call him up more regularly. In saying that, though, and we've had this discussion a few times, that the missed tap in from Miggy there. The short timeline that they give players for notice for things, not sure whether FA don't quite understand that players have jobs and lives and things, but it's very hard, obviously, for players to get time off work when, they...
Oh, what a goal.
Tap-ins. That's beautiful. Adam Cooper putting it away.
Very clever once again from Ate. We're seeing that target, and they're just choosing to go to the opposite side, something that we're not seeing much of.
That was beautiful, wasn't it?
Very
Ate,
clever.
Straight
very
out
clever.
to Lucas Casson. Taps it across. Adam Cooper. Textbook stuff. Little tap-in like it was nothing.
And I think what you're speaking about, Gnomes, regarding those Futsalroo selections, we see lots of the Victoria players struggling to get those things. I'd really, really like to see some of the players who are playing at the same club linking up on the national team. I think Ate Ibrahim and Adam Cooper would make a great partnership.
Oh,
obviously.
absolutely.
Scott Rogan, Corey Sewell, Tyler Garner, players who have played with each other for quite a while and have very, very good link up on the court.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you were listening yesterday, Ahmed, because I know you were in transit, but we did discuss, the plays I felt the Futsalroos looked most dominant or strongest when they did have those Victorians on the pitch. They looked the most organised. When we had, Tyler Garner, Scott Rogan and Corey Sewell on the pitch. And obviously as Victorians we have adopted Tyler Garner because he was obviously played for quite some time here with firstly Pascoe Vale and then took a transfer. Oi!
Oh, it's very clever.
I thought we were going again there. I was excited. And then later with Fitzroy, and a stalwart in that Fitzroy side quite often. Lived actually in this very building, lived downstairs in the apartment that has previously housed such players as D10, Daniel Capillaro, Andre Caro,
Gerardo Soto as
Gerardo
well.
Soto, yeah, Jake
Very
Bassini,
formidable.
and obviously Tyler Garner have all lived in the apartment underneath this building when this building was obviously housed Futsalos.
And I do think, Gnomes, those players that you're speaking about, they're just so agile,
Yeah,
so creative, which for me is just something that is lacking a little bit. I think it's a bit of a shame to see them probably taking more defensive roles on the national team. Clever from Adam Cooper again.
Here we go, Lucas Casson. Oh, big block by Yusuf.
And now Moreland really starting to establish themselves now. We're seeing, in my opinion, Northern Pheonix choosing to press and follow man-to-man, which they're really exploiting with their movement. Could be up by a lot more. Great bit of strength. One-on-one here. Could be an opportunity for Northern Pheonix. Great save. Clever bit of play to reset. And very smart just to settle the play. A little bit relaxed there from Adam Cooper. Gets away with it. Clever ball down the line. Again, that diagonal runner from the target. It's so dangerous. Adam Cooper in the middle of the court, choosing on his left, fires, and it's blocked. Again, I did mention that he does have the ability to strike with both feet. Makes
and
it so
equivalently
problematic.
as strong, both feet, huh?
Very, very talented player. So dangerous to defend against. Oh, clever. And it could be. Great save. And Moreland looking very, very comfortable here.
They're dominant, aren't they? Very
Now,
strong.
going...
Christos Apostolakis on the top side. Oh, he ran up and he's run back. That's a...
Trying to set up a fly keeper. Adam Cooper did not look very impressed with that.
He gave him the side eye, didn't he? And
told him to go back, I
Chris
think.
has run straight back to the other end, tail between his legs, yeah.
I think probably not quite the time to start doing that. Oh, it's a cracking save there. And it very easily could be 5, 6 or 7, I think, here. Ball across. Adam Cooper wants it. Couldn't shoot. Cutting in on his right. Fires. It's a great save again.
He's got his work cut out for him, Chris, in the box there, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been very, very busy. And Northern Pheonix players looking absolutely exhausted. They're not tracking those runners at all, which I think is going to cause lots of problems. Looks like a set piece here. I would imagine they're looking for that left-footed shot. It does come across. Choosing to lay it off. Clever bit of play. Bouncing it. Great save. And it will... Oh, it's blocked off the line. Ball in, and unfortunate there. Moreland looking very comfortable. Almost operating in second gear. Just really, really great teamwork here we're really seeing. And it's just that fluidity of experience, which is really killing Northern Pheonix here. Long ball. It's going to go out. Enrique Pimenta coming back on the court.
Adam Cooper.
And these three, Adam Cooper, Enrique and Arte, are a nightmare, I would imagine, for Northern Pheonix to be dealing with, causing all kinds of problems. Enrique with a 1-1, looking for a diagonal ball. Cut out. A little bit slow on the drop there from Moreland. Could be an opportunity. Gets his shot off.
Good to see finally a shot coming, a big shot from Oscar Bryant. Might give them some confidence. Very calm, Adam Cooper.
Yeah, he does not look phased one bit. I think he definitely could be working a little bit harder.
I feel like he's actually, that is Adam Cooper that's working hard. His brain is working. Just looks like
very, very smart player.
Does look like he's just on his way out to order a coffee, to be fair. Mubasha just a little bit too high, I think, in that play. Never mind, Ricky's come back for it. Tied,
and they want that ball
after
down
that
the line. I would imagine it's going to go. There it is, Adam Cooper, probably to the back post. There it is. And again, just in the air. I think that ball needs to probably be played on the ground.
He's not quite happy with himself either. He shook his head there. You don't get much emotion out of Adam Cooper, but there are some subtleties to his movements you can pick up. I'll tell you, Ibrahim.
Dropping back to that fixo. And he's so strong, and you see that physicality there. Reclaiming the ball, Adam
Here's
Cooper.
What I'm going to point out with Moreland here. They have great faith in each other. The trust, you just see, oh, yeah, I know he's coming back, so I don't need to do that extra work because I know I have faith in my teammate to do his job.
I think it's a club that's been
set
up and they're clear with their goals, and that is to compete at the highest level.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
They've got eyes on international competition, which is why they're taking part in this F League here. And I'm sure they'll have their sights on not just competing in it, but winning.
Yeah, they absolutely have. And, you know, obviously D-Man's invested heavily in that space. It's great to see a lot of investment into...
Calls for a penalty. I think it probably should have been.
Smiles, I don't think so. I think Mubasha just fell over his own feet.
Yeah, D has done a phenomenal club. He's currently, I believe, overseas. I'm sure he'd be cooking up something.
He is cooking up things.
We've seen Moreland.
He's like a baker, really, isn't he?
Absolutely. We've seen Moreland really leading the way with players. Great ball to the back post and another great split save.
I tell you what, he's a bit like Selena in the last match. They've had to earn their money with these saves.
Northern Pheonix finding some phenomenal goalkeepers here who are definitely keeping their teams in it, keeping the scores to 4-0. Adam Cooper could shoot. Over. Moreland, of course, bringing in lots of international, phenomenal known players.
Plenty of international flavour in the Moreland squads, aren't there?
Which goes such a long way when you bring that exposure, I'm sure. When you're training with those types of players, I'm sure they're picking up lots of tricks. Enrique cutting inside. Dangerous challenge there.
Oh, the look on Ricky's face
was not too
impressed. No, not at all.
Enrique now, one-on-one. I'd love to see him start taking players on. He does do that.
Oh,
clever ball. Adam Cooper can shoot. Diagonal ball. Enrique. Oh, what a save.
Big save, Chris.
Enrique returning the favour there. He does apologise. I don't think that was intentional one bit. It looked like he was just running and just nipped the back of the foot. Such a nice player as well. You can see there. Great sportsmanship, apologising. And that's great to see. It was a cracking save as well. Enrique now calls for the diagonal ball. I say Abraham.
Here we are, Mubasha.
To the back post, took a deflection. Back post again, and Adam Cooper makes it 5.
Well played, Arte Ibrahim. I tell you what, no selfishness at all in this Moreland squad, is there? Just taps it back. Many other players would have just tried to spank that through the keeper and then obviously rebound. But no, very calm, very prepared.
I think Adam Cooper knew it was coming as well. Had complete, like you were saying earlier, that trust, and I think he knew the layoff. Gave him enough time that he could hit it first time.
Yeah, he was there, he was watching, and he was ready. So even...
Look at this high press now. Great read. Great feet, though. Can keep going. Clever. And did very well there to keep the ball. Moreland, a nightmare to deal with the press. But Northern Pheonix, some of the players doing a great job.
Oscar Bryant there has done well to actually stay on his feet against Arte. Did bounce off him a couple of times, but stayed up and fought on, which is... I'm impressed. I've been impressed by him all weekend, actually.
Northern Pheonix definitely not shying away here. It's Enrique, 1-on-1. He's got the ball in the middle, chooses to go past him, and that's a great bit of play.
Is. All class, Enrique Pimenta. Straight to Mubasha, who's got a back post tap in.
I think he did a great job there, just delaying that pass for 1 second, allowed him just to ball roll, sit down his defender, play it, leaves the goalkeeper with no chance.
Yeah,
no chance, rather.
Set him out for hot dogs.
Absolutely.
Isho still going, looking for the hot dogs out the front, I think.
Shot from kickoff, a bit desperate here from Northern Pheonix, who I think the frustration showing. 9 seconds remaining, 6-0 currently the score.
In the first half. Ricky, look
and
at...
Arte not
like,
very impressed with that, matching, I guess, the Northern Pheonix intentions. And that's going to mark the end of the first half. 6-0 here, a very dominant display from Moreland.
Let's see what the second half brings. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back momentarily. And we are back. Sorry, some technical difficulties whereby I knocked the cord out. But here we are back. The second half, game 2, day 2, F League 2024. We have Moreland v Northern Pheonix in the men's. Oh, I thought KDS was going to flick that in. Very lucky save by Chris on the line there. Moreland currently leading this match 6-0. Quite the training run for them today. But Northern Pheonix still working hard. Young Oscar Bryant really trying hard to lead this team. Part of the
Forward on line, you've got a diagonal ball to the back post.
Oh, Isho. Accidental knockout. Enrique Pimenta. Oh, sloppy touch. Lucas Casson there.
Not sure where the Northern Pheonix coach is. Oh, looks like he's on the other side of the court. He is coming now.
Yeah, he started the first half, not here as well. Quite disappointing, to be fair.
And this is what they're struggling with, is that press where they're forcing them wide, and it's a 3v1 here. You'd imagine this is going to come back in.
Not quite a strong enough touch by Lucas Casson there. He just didn't account for the width of this pitch, I don't think, and Ricky had to come back after he'd set himself up for the touch. Bangers. Boy, that's going to hurt later.
Enrique now looking wide. Arte. Ball to the back post, and it's Enrique, and it is
there
another one.
There it is, another banger from Enrique Pimenta.
And Arte, Enrique, and Adam Cooper have been finding that diagonal ball so much this game. It's just so open. Northern Pheonix just not covering and tracking back with that opposite flanker, causing lots of problems. Important to note, Moreland missing some of their players as well. So this is not their full team. A very, very dominant display. Kevin Dos Santos takes it wide.
Oh, unlucky not to get that.
A nightmare of a team. A very, very well-established club with some phenomenal players. So much depth in there. We're seeing that with the quick subs. Ate using his strength. Great physicality. Wins the ball. Bit questionable there.
Plenty of depth, I tell you, in this Moreland squad. They players in, players out. Still plenty of strength, plenty of depth in the team. Good leadership.
Kevin Dos Santos.
Great
now.
loyalty. D really looks after his players. One big family at Moreland.
Very, very passionate man, very passionate about his players, has been pushing for them to get their opportunities in the national team, something that I really do respect. A great opportunity.
Arte Ibrahim at the back post, he was waiting.
Running straight through the middle, but again, that second cover just stopping him. Long ball. And that's really all Northern Pheonix have had.
Isho in the back of Enrique Pimenta. I tell you what, Ricky gave him the side eye then. I don't think he was too impressed.
One-on-one. I'd like to see the players engaging those players when they don't have that cover. I'd say Ibrahim will do that. Takes the shot, it's blocked.
I think Moreland are preparing big game this afternoon, so they'll be working on a few things here to see what they can sort out later on today.
Okay, calling it for the diagonal ball, and he's found it again.
That'll head to a corner there.
He's finding that ball so often. It's a nightmare of a ball to defend against when you've got a player who can just slip that ball
through. No, we're
through.
not going corner ball. Okay, I thought they came out off the keeper.
I think it definitely did. But
maybe not.
Kevin
Mary
Dos
Hubick
Santos.
refereeing there, so I'm sure she would have seen it. Kevin Dos Santos, the look, if looks could kill. Here we go. What are we going to put away here? What do you think? Arte going to go the big shot, or is he going to tap it off?
I think he'll probably be looking for Kevin Dos Santos wide, I would imagine.
There he chooses called it.
And I'd imagine we're looking for a cut-in, diagonal ball. You've got Enrique there as well. Doesn't use him, it's the post.
Looked for the front post.
Great win there.
Recovered
that's clever. I might give it back. Great read by the goalkeeper there who anticipated that. And that was probably the time for the ball
I tell you
roll.
what, smart by young player Lucas Casson trying to get the movements in. You can see what he was trying to achieve.
Yeah, it's unselfish and it's definitely the right play to do. It's just a very clever read from the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Another quick substitute. Not
a little
wasting
bit of
any
banter
time.
coming from the sidelines to Lucas Casson from the Northern Pheonix coach. Not sure why. Giving him some direction on what he should have done. I don't think that's... Moreland don't quite play that way. There we are.
And there it
Another
is.
one.
It's another one. And normally probably not best to be giving the banter when your team is struggling.
8 goals down. Is that the score? 8-0?
Yeah, 8-0 currently. Still 15 minutes to go. And it looks like now some more strong players. Adam Cooper taking on the court. He'll be looking to complete his hat-trick. He's already got 2 goals, as does Enrique as well. So I'm sure they'll be looking just to ramp up the goals.
Miggy on the pitch here on this side as well. So he's hungry, you can see.
And just creeping up slowly on the court there.
Great little flick, great parallel ball there by Oscar Bryant, but no run on. I know he's not getting the best showing, but I do rate him as a young player. I think he gets picked up into a top side. He is out of the Fitzroy Youth Development Program. Oh, that's got to hurt.
No sympathy there from Kevin Dos Santos.
I think Kevin just waved his hand like he should be out of the way.
I think he's more irritated that the player was in the way rather than sympathetic for hitting his own teammate.
Yeah.
Which I absolutely do respect.
Playing back to Chris at the back. Christos Apostolakis. Great leader in this space. Wasn't available yesterday.
Great read there from Oscar. Plays it forward.
Plenty of depth too in the Moreland keeper lineup. Yesterday, no Christos Apostolakis wasn't available, but they had one of my personal favourites, Frano Saric, and they had Ibi on the bench. But Frano Saric, Isaac Gunn, I rate him. And again,
Cooper looking for that diagonal ball. He's found it. And they're really exploiting that. I think this is where Northern Pheonix probably, at the very least, want to be considering maybe swapping their defensive tactics and not going man-to-man. They're really struggling to stay on top of their runner and track back, which Moreland are exploiting very well.
And we discussed this in the last game. Northern Pheonix women were playing on a pitch this size with limited to no subs, limited subs in the women's. I don't know what happened.
Interesting call there from the referee. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, I think he was saying it's not your ball. Sorry, I'm with you. He was saying it was a Moreland ball.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Gnomes. For me, I think when you're playing a very experienced side like Moreland, I don't think man marking is the way to go.
No, I agree. And you know what? They've got depth in numbers, Moreland, and Northern Pheonix have none. So if you're playing on a pitch this size with limited numbers or no bench, as is the case in their men's team currently, players unavailable today, then, big save, then you really need to be a little bit more strategic in how you set up. You really got to be like a stationary diamond that's with limited movement, you know what I mean, just to cover the space as opposed to man marking, because they will run you tired all day long. Like Moreland are subbing players every 2 minutes. There's not an ounce of tired here.
No, and they look so composed. You can see barely breaking a sweat.
Absolutely, and they're experienced on the big pitch as well. A lot of these players big pitch experience. Let's do a little recap. So far today, we've had Northern Pheonix v Carlton Hart in the women's. Carlton running away winners in the end there. And now we have Northern Pheonix v Moreland in the men's. We'll follow this up. It's a women's, men's.
Clever movement there from Adam Cooper. Delayed his run.
Very calm. Look at the composure.
Kevin Dos Santos.
Understanding there's no requirement to rush is so important. And you see particularly players like Adam Cooper and Ricky Pimenta did it before, where they just hold up play, even for a few seconds or a split second even, with giving their teammate time to move into position.
Yeah, I think it's that comfortability on the court, recognizing when you can have those moments to walk around. You can see at the moment he's walking, peeling off wide, and then we'll see with those checks, they're so explosive. And I think that, for me, is the biggest difference, is that jog into a very fast sprint phase. You can see now shuffling down the line, creating that depth back inside. And then all the players go. Kevin Dos Santos creating that depth, receives it back,
prepares,
looking for the target.
Telling the players where he wants them to go.
Makes the run, parallel is on, chooses to avoid it. Adam Cooper, back post is on, doesn't need it. Clever read.
Oscar Bryan has really actually got defended quite well there.
And that's a very silly giveaway there. 3v2.
Adam Cooper just semi-playing the block. Oh, giving Miggy time to...
Corner awarded. I don't know if it did take a deflection, but it must have.
No, I think it came off his show, to be fair.
Adam Cooper goes wide.
Again, unnecessarily.
Could be a chance for a give and go. And that's the difference, is when they're doing that give and go, when Northern Phoenix are sitting quite deep, Moreland aren't finding as much success. And I think that's probably the difference. When you're sitting so far back, great hit from Adam Cooper. And they're blocking a lot more now that they are sitting a bit deeper. And I don't think that's actually an intentional thing. I think it's more fatigue. You can see they're not really looking too keen or eager to get forward. And I'm curious to see the changes. I'd like to see Ate Ibrahim come back on and maybe offer that target, that layoff, which was quite effective in the first half.
Yeah, I think they're working on a few different things here, Moreland, just preparing themselves for this afternoon's match against Fitzroy.
Nice bit of possession here.
They won't want to be overworking themselves.
Adam Cooper goes wide. I'm sure he wants it back. Does get it back, lays it off.
There
Clever.
it is.
Could be an
Mubasha.
opportunity. Great save. Corner ball here. Another set of subs. All three. Adam Cooper, the only one staying on the court. Enrique, Arte coming on. Enrique will receive it.
Lucas Casson on the flank on the other side. Yala, here we go. Oh! D's installing that fining system. That'll be 2 big fines for Enrique Pimenta. Christos Apostolakis just taking that, gloving that easily. Here they
And
go.
it's those give and go. So eager to get forward. Enrique, wow! Oh, what a goal that would have been.
Absolutely looking for a reel there.
Such a creative player. So eager to get forward. And I tell you, Ibrahim, he's been finding that diagonal ball all day.
Absolutely. And that's what futsal creates, isn't it? Those creative decision makers. That's what it's all about. Fast pace. You can't hide players out here. We're in the opposite version of the game, the outside one. You can absolutely hide a player who's not quite as skillful. You can't do that in here.
Absolutely. It's one of those games that does expose players very quickly. If you're not tracking back, if you're not covering, if you're not in the correct position, if you're not strong with 1v1, I think that's probably, for me, the most important aspect of futsal, is you have to be strong defensively and attacking. Adam Cooper hits the post.
He will be absolutely filthy at himself for not getting that.
And once again, it's Ate Ibrahim playing that ball. Another timeout.
Timeout called by Northern Phoenix, looking for a moment to catch their breath. With just shy of 7 minutes to go, where it is currently 8-0 to Moreland.
Looking absolutely exhausted. Not really much instructions coming from the Northern Phoenix bench.
You think they're just having a drinks break here?
It does look like it. Moreland, a little bit of discussion going on with the tactics.
Yeah, and we'll be back momentarily. And we're back from the timeout here with, what did we say, just shy of 7 minutes to go in Game 2, Day 2, F-League 2024.
Moreland, very aggressive high press early.
Moreland hungry for some goals here.
Yeah, I think so.
Going to work on some set pieces by the look of this, I think. Plenty of ball movement.
Yeah, very quick, very fluid. Almost setting up in that box, so they've always got that wide outlet coming inside. Enrique, wow, nearly. Adam Cooper still waiting for the pass.
For the ball, unimpressed. Give me the ball, he's suggesting. That's the play.
I think definitely the right decision there from Enrique to take the player on and force the shot. I can also understand Adam Cooper. Different play styles, and I think that's, for me, what Moreland have. So many adverse different ways to get forward, get creative.
Full press is a call here from Moreland. They're going to push Northern Pheonix to their limits here.
And that's what I really like to see. Adam Cooper can shoot, chooses to lay it off. I say Abraham gets the touch.
Did he get the touch?
I think so. I think he did.
Oh, they've tapped it out, so he must have.
I think, for me, I was expecting Adam Cooper just to fire one.
I thought that same thing. I thought he was going to look at Arte and be like, that was my goal.
I think the goalkeeper was also expecting, which is why he slid over, which was very clever little layoff. Getting the quiet touch. I don't think Arte was expecting it, but he does get his goal. First foul of the half.
Soft foul.
Definitely. And I think Moreland will definitely not be afraid of using those fouls.
I think they'll use all 5, to be fair, at least 4.
2v1, and Mary does call it there. A little bit of a softer foul there, 2 quick fouls. And I'm definitely a big fan of these types of things.
What was the foul there?
I think it was a little bit of a nibble, a little bit of a tap. I think it was very, very soft.
Yeah, right.
And I think that's kind of the call coming from
I think
lots of the Moreland players.
She's setting the standard early, though, of what she expects in this match, so that's okay, as long as it's consistent. Consistency is key.
Clever, very
Great
clever.
Ball.
And now it looks like perhaps switching from that diagonal run to the player who's playing the ball, making that run and making that overlapping run. Very, very creative target plays. And it's just so many different variations that not just one player seems to understand, but all of them are understanding, which is very unique. Enrique, and tracking back instantly. Calls to stay high, very, very high line. And really just shutting the outlet, instantly winning the ball back. And Moreland in complete control now. The score still 9-0. I'm sure they'll be looking to get it to double digits. Interesting here now, setting up with a fly keeper. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gnomes, but I think normally you would not see Christopher quite as high. Great ball. And
there it is. No, you would not normally see Christos Apostolakis that high, but he does come out there occasionally. He likes to get involved in the play. Another little tap in by Moreland there. I like to see them making use of the fly. They look to go 5th man here shortly too, I'd say.
Yeah, it looks like Enrique.
That's an interesting choice, being that normally Adam Cooper plays but Ricky also very good at that. There, look, to be fair, this Moreland side, great depth. You could just about use any of them as that 5th man.
Lots of nibbles there. No foul called. Bit interesting in my opinion. I think probably Enrique very explosive and quick, and I think that's probably why Adam Cooper probably will take the central role as that outlook. Great diagonal ball. I tell you, he's got the ball down line. Kevin Dos Santos, 2 runners at the back post, and now looking just to reset. Calls to go to a 2-2. Now calls to go to a diamond, which I do prefer. I'm not really a big fan of matching with a box with a 5th man. I think it leaves the middle completely open, like we've seen there.
I don't like the box at all, at any level, to be fair.
I think it's fairly outdated, that type of play, and I think most teams with the rotations have proven out. Enrique now can shoot, chooses, layers it off. Diagonal ball.
Oh, my days. Kevin Dos Santos will be absolutely filthy with himself for missing that.
Very interesting to see Moreland deploying the 5th man whilst up 10-0, but I'm a huge fan of what it's saying and where they're looking to come from. For me, showing that they're not just looking to get the 3 points today, looking to get goals, looking to compete for the table.
Yeah, absolutely. They're very strategic Very strategic team.
Clever, and Adam Cooper will seal off his hat-trick. Artei Ibrahim, very unselfish once again. He's been doing that all game.
All class, aren't they, Moreland? All class. There we are. The three guys at the front there just linking up. Kevin Dos Santos wearing the captain's armband today with Artei Ibrahim and Adam Cooper.
And once again, instantly regaining possession, switching back out for that fifth man.
I've never seen Christos Apostolakis run so fast.
He hasn't had too much to do today. They've been very comfortable. That's better. Adam Cooper not wasting any time. Poor strike from Enrique there. He wanted it a lot earlier, and I think probably could have played it a little bit earlier. Adam Cooper recognising that.
Not impressed, yeah.
Clever read there from Adam Cooper. Does not look phased one bit.
Not at all. Bread and butter, isn't it? Like he's almost textbook.
A player who's been around in the scene for quite a number of years and have been playing at that elite level for quite some time now.
So I tell you what, Artei Ibrahim is the least selfish player I know, but the number of assists that man brings up in a game, all class. There's a lot to be said for the amount of times he has set up goals. He's just the job he does is unbelievable. I'm going to say, I'm not sure how many, 5 or 6 assists.
Minimum.
Ibrahim.
And finding those diagonal balls so easy. I'm sure he's already looking for one right now.
I spoke about it yesterday.
Adam Cooper's in the middle.
Kevin Dos Santos.
Keeper's out. Instantly one back. Clever from Kevin Dos Santos. And what a save.
No laziness. They're not resting on their laurels at all here, Moreland. I said it yesterday, Artei Ibrahim, my favourite player of all time.
Enrique choosing to stay in goal. Confident that they can regain possession, and they do.
Oh, and he gloves it.
Instantly out.
Look out at Christos Apostolakis. And Ricky Pimenta's in the house. Think he's the keeper. Touches on from Artei Ibrahim, then subs himself off. Mubasha on.
I really like this setup, operating in a 2-2 with that outlet in the middle. We see lots of people set up with your traditional 1-2-2. I'm a big fan of having that outlet player in the middle. It makes it a nightmare.
Too. It's one of my favourite ways. Kevin Dos Santos, he was going to try and keep that in, but his legs ran out of him.
I think that's definitely something that Moreland are definitely probably going to keep working on. Obviously, Fitzroy, a club that's very, very well known for their fifth man. Yeah. I'd really like to see Moreland add that to their game. For me, I do think that's something that is lacking. Yeah. So I think it's really great to see them actually taking the opportunity to practice that.
Yeah, I think Milton's definitely brought a few different strings to the bow. Oh, there it is.
And it's 12. And it's all smiles from Kevin Dos Santos there. Very, very comfortable. Adam Cooper, ecstatic as always.
1 minute to go here on the stop clock. We were talking about fouls before. Moreland's used 3.
And continuing this high press, it's a nightmare to deal with, instantly regaining possession. They've done this every single time from kickoff. And once again, Enrique, who is yet to sub off. Christopher Apokolopoulos now taking a seat, recognising Enrique may have taken his starting position.
Is he just taking his I think he's just ordered a coffee. Does love a coffee, Christos Apostolakis, that's for sure.
Don't we all, Gnomes? Kevin Dos Santos, great feet.
Just
so
the strength, huh? Look
Enrique.
at the calmness here. Mubasha.
Wow.
He scored some.
13-0 the score here, and that middle outlet, there are 2 players there, and just so composed with those passes. 32 seconds left to go, 13-0 the score.
I tell you what, some players not in today, or Moreland have left players off their bench, which is interesting. No Uberi Cicek, no Rahan Ali, no Andre Caro here today. Interesting considering he only lives around the corner. Who else have we got? No Timmy, no Mohamed Temel.
Mohamed Temel, a player that I'm personally very, very keen to see play. He's, in my opinion, got one of the best left foots in this country.
He's very good, very good.
Kevin Dos Santos just looking to walk it in. 1.7 seconds left. Adam Cooper, I'm sure, will be looking for a shot.
It's almost time. Will they get another shot off here? Oh, they got the shot off, but it does not count. The timer has gone. That is time. That calls time on this Game 2, Day 2, F League 2024. Moreland running away winners of that match. 13 goals, 2-0. We will see you back here momentarily for the next match of today. Fitzroy v Carlton in the women's. See you soon.